Welcome back to Burlington Athletic Stadium. Top of the fourth, nobody on and two away. Right on left the matchup to the leadoff man, Alex Kelsey. The pitch from Bromley Thornton misses outside, and a walk drawn. So a nice start out of the pen for Thornton, inducing a ground out and then a strikeout. In steps the right-handed center fielder, Derek Pitts. Runner on first, two away. Thornton set from the belt, deals home. Half swing, puts it in play, and the pitcher, Thornton, fields it, goes to first in plenty of time. We're tied at 3. Into the bottom of the fourth we go. Burlington trying to regain the lead on the other side. It's the first call to the pen for the day for the Kingsport Axmen. It comes in the form of the 6'1", 185-pound right-hander from Johnson County Community College, originally from Kansas City, Missouri. The freshman Jackson Downing relieves the starter Ronan Vicente, whose final line is done. But right now, Downing is set to deal to the 7-8-9 hitters to begin his day in a 3-3 ball game in the bottom of the fourth. Welcome back to Burlington Athletic Stadium. I'm Adam Hipsky here for game one of this two-game set between a couple of first-place teams. Burlington at 7-3, owners of that top spot in the East Division. Kingsport at 6-3 has a half-game lead on Greenville and Bristol in the West Division. First pitch to Carruthers is a called strike. First pitch.
Fans, if you haven't already, come visit our awesome friends at the Painted Great Tent. Get yours or your kids' face painted tonight. Then get more information on how Painted Great can help you plan an incredible night out with their sit and paint lessons, private parties, and more.
Welcome back to Burlington Athletic Stadium for the top of the 5th inning. We're in a 3-3 ball game between Kingsport and Burlington. Bromley Thornton returns to the mound for his second inning of work out of the pen, the first call for Burlington, relieving the starter Ryan Hench, who went 3 innings and allowed 3 runs. So top of the 5th, it's the heart of the order due up for the first place Axmen, at least first place of the West. Burlington has a league best 7 wins. They come in at 7-3. Kingsport 6-3. The shortstop Cam Durnan, who's 1 for 1 with a double and a walk, steps in the right side. Thornton, the righty from UNC Wilmington, righties at the letters. Out of the windup, first pitch. Called strike, breaking ball at the knees, 0-1. Burlington started the scoring in the bottom of the first after RBIs from Dom Krapinski and Zach Jackson. Kingsport, though, responded with 3 in the top of the third. The 0-1 popped up right side, out of play. Into the concourse, and it's 0-2. But Burlington, the equalizer off the bat of Dom Krapinski, leveled things at 3 apiece, and that's where we stand. Right now, it's 0-2 with the bases clear and nobody down. Out of the windup. Tapped foul. Count remains 0-2. Durnan leading the Appy League in RBIs. He's batted 10 in so far this season for the Axmen. Kingsport team that leads the Appy League in most walks drawn and has the second fewest strikeouts. The 0-2 is driven into right center field towards the track. Jackson backs up and makes the grab to retire the leadoff man in the top of the 5th, tied at 3, Kingsport and Burlington. In steps the left-handed designated hitter, Tyler Myatt, who was hit by a pitch his last time up. That was off the right hand of Ryan Hench, set to see the first pitch off the right hand of Bromley Thornton. One out double off the bat of Tyler Myatt puts him on second here in the top of the 5th, tied at 3. In steps the 5th hitting catcher, Ty Denton. First pitch out of the stretch from Thornton after a check on second goes home. Hit on the ground right side. Youcher ranges towards the first base bag. Fields makes an underhand flip. It's in time. A little bit of a rush throw from Youcher, but makes the play regardless. Denton moves the runner over to third, and Ben Tryon with a chance to give Kingsport the lead once again. Right on left the matchup. Ben Tryon grounded into a double play in the second and walked in the third. Thornton at the letters. Kicks and fires. First pitch hit on the ground, a couple of rolls, and it triples foul. 0-1 the count to the left-hander from Dallas Baptist. Was 1 for 3 with a double in Sunday's game over Elizabethton. It's a 5-4 win to complete the 3-game sweep. The 0-1 from Thornton. This is downstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. One runner, he's on third. It's Tyler Myatt who doubled. Advanced on a ground out from Ty Denton. Tied at 3, top of the 5th. Bromley Thornton, the first reliever for the Sock Puppets, is set at the belt. Takes a deep breath and delivers. Just misses outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Or check that, 2 balls, 1 strike. Two and 1 the count. Tryon hitting .286 so far this summer. Pitch is fouled back. Count evens at 2-2. Here in the top of the 5th inning. With the count at 2-2, Thornton winds and fires. Hit on the ground right side on a couple of hops. Youcher smothers, throws on to first in time to retire the side. A 1-out double is stranded 90 feet away. 1 hit, no runs, no errors in the field, and that 1 runner left on base. We're halfway home here in Burlington. It's the Sock Puppets and Axmen tied at 3. Halfway home here in Burlington. We've reached the bottom of the 5th and no advantage to either side. We're squared at 3 between the first place Axmen and the first place Sock Puppets. First of a 2-game set. And leading off an inning for the 3rd time today, it's Chance Jennings who kicked things off in the first with a leadoff double. And then his last time up began the bottom of the 3rd with a swinging strikeout. He's set to face Jackson Downing, who was the first call out of the pen for Kingsport. This will be the first time Downing kicks and fires to Jennings, who swings at the first pitch and flies it in foul ground down the right field line. The first baseman Tryon gives chase, and it falls to the turf. Count 0-1. Tryon did not have much of a read on it, tried to go over his body, and it was just too far of a run for Davila. So the count's 0-1 to Chance Jennings. Hitting .324 this summer, playing left field tonight. Has rotated around the outfield. Here's the 0-1. Popped up right side, out of play. Heading towards the concourse. A couple of fans give chase. Trying to come away with a souvenir ball. Count 0-2 with the bases clear and nobody out. 3-3, Burlington and Kingsport. We're back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock out of the windup. Downing fires, and Jennings stays alive and taps another one foul down the right side. Fastball at 89 miles an hour. Jennings to see another 0-2. Right on right the matchup. The offering. Jennings holds a swing. It's the right call. A slider that misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was a tough take for Chance Jennings, but he refrains and lives to see another pitch. Out of the windup. Jennings lines it left side down for a base hit. Jennings now 2 for 3 today. And the sophomore from Winthrop continues to swing a hot bat at the top of the order for the Sock Puppets. Leadoff man aboard, and Dom Krapinski steps in. Krapinski with a solo shot his last time up. That was in the 3rd inning. And his first trip to the dish, it was an RBI single that scored Chance Jennings, who opened the game, or at least the bottom of the 1st, with a double. First pitch to Krapinski misses up and away, ball 1. Jennings is 4 for 4 on stolen base attempts this season. Plenty of speed over there on first, receiving some instruction from his first base coach, Torrey Pettiford. 1 ball, no strikes, right on left the matchup. Krapinski readies the bat over that left shoulder. Jennings on the move, the pitch high, the throw down is on target, but in and out of the glove of Phoenix McFarland. Jennings is safe, and there's 1 on, and he's in scoring position with nobody out, bottom of the 5th. 2-0 the count. Denton threw a nice ball down to second, but the tag might have been on time, but it doesn't matter. 2-0 to Krapinski. The chance to add on to his RBI total. It's already at 2 today. He won't on that pitch. It's a 2-0 that dots that outer half. Count 2-1 now. Downing relieving the starter Vicente, who went 3 innings and gave up 3 runs, 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. He allowed a home run to Dom Krapinski, who takes on the 2-1, misses outside. 3 balls, 1 strike the count. First base is open if the Axmen to end up going that route. Here in a 3-3 game with nobody out. Set from the belt, Downing lifts his leg and goes home. And that one is driven into deep right center field towards the track. Davila on the move, and he makes the grab, pushing against the wall, and Jennings tags to 3rd. But man, Dom Krapinski got all of that one, and that took a heck of a grab from Landis Davila, who collided with the fence and still made the catch. Jennings, who stayed put on second, waiting for the opportunity to advance. It's the right call, and now there's 1 away, and Jennings on 3rd. In steps Preston Youcher with a chance to bring him in. Tied at 3, bottom of the 5th. Right on right the matchup. First pitch to Youcher is outside, ball 1. Change up at 80 miles an hour. Night sky starting to set on here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. 1-0 misses up and in. 7:02 first pitch. We're in the bottom of the 5th. The 2-0 with one away. Called strike right down the middle. Youcher wanted to see one in the zone, and the count's 2-1. Nobody loosening for either side. 2-1. Youcher drives it up the middle. It's down in front of the second baseman, McFarland, who decides to go to first, and Jennings comes in to give Burlington the lead right back. So Youcher now 0 for 3, but that time does his job and drives in a run, his 7th RBI of the season. Burlington in a 4-3 game now, bottom of the 5th. In steps Zach Jackson, who tripled his last time up. Right on left the matchup, out of the windup. Bases clear, fastball misses outside. One ball, no strikes. Jennings led things off with a single, stole a base, advanced on a flyout, and came home. A little bit of small ball for the Sock Puppets, 1-0. Half swing, Jackson went around. 1 ball, 1 strike. Downing just threw his 25th pitch, 1-1. Misses high and sails to the backstop, 2-1. Two and 1 the count, out of the windup. Fastball at 88 miles an hour, misses high. And the count is a hitter's advantage at 3-1 to Jackson, who had a sacrifice fly his first time up, and he draws a walk this time around. It's in 5 pitches and 2 outs. Sock Puppets have another man on. Jennings also a base stealing threat. He is 3 for 3. So much speed on the base paths for the Sock Puppets team. Leading the Appy League in stolen bases. Kingsport ranks towards the top in that category as well. They've swiped 23 bags. Good for 3rd in the Appy League. First pitch here to Jeter Poyeto. The shortstop from Bethune-Cookman, with Jackson pacing off the bag. First offering is a called strike. Slider down the middle, 78 miles an hour. 0-1. That was the 30th pitch from Downing. 17th strike. 0-1 the count. Jackson being held on by Tryon. And he's on the move. Called strike. The throw down is not in time. Jackson advances into scoring position, but Poyeto faces an 0-2 count. Base hit here could score Jackson. And now Ty Denton wants to have a chat with his relief pitcher. It's a quick one, but nonetheless, the two hope they're on the same page. Two teams currently owners of first place. The Axmen from Kingsport, Tennessee. The 0-2 with 2 away and a runner on second. Burlington with a 4-3 lead. Set from the belt. The pitch is hit in the air right side. Down for a base hit. Jackson gets the point around third. And an RBI single from Jeter Poyeto gives the Sock Puppets a 5-3 lead in the bottom of the 5th. So some more small ball from the Sock Puppets. First, it's Chance Jennings, who singled, stole second. And then it's Zach Jackson, who walked and stole second. Both of them come around to score, and Sock Puppets with a couple of runs on the high road here. Downing trying to respond. First pitch here to the right-hander, Wade Shelley. And after a first check on first base, Poyeto in safely. Right on right. Poyeto being held on by Tryon. Out of the stretch. Poyeto on the move. Pitch inside. The throw down on a hop. And Poyeto's in safely. 3 stolen bases this inning for Burlington, and another chance to tack on another run as Burlington continues to have its way with the backstop Ty Denton. 1-0 the count. Shelley was hit by a pitch in the second and flew out to the right fielder in the third. The 1-0, Poyeto on the move, pitch high, the throw down in plenty of time, but Poyeto slides under the tag. Sims did not get it down quick enough, but it was not by fault of Ty Denton. So now a runner just 90 feet away, but still 2 outs. Poyeto just collected his 7th and 8th stolen base of the season. He leads Burlington. 2-0 pitch. This is outside, ball 3. Shelley hitting .267 this summer from Headland High School in Webb, Alabama. Staying in state to play for the Tigers in the fall is the Auburn Tigers. The 3-0 here to the Sock Puppet, and it misses high. Ball 4. 4-pitch walk. Runners on the corners for the Puppets. And a pitching change could be coming soon for the Axmen, who have a couple of arms loosening and one arm throwing. It is Caleb Townsend, the junior from Johnson University, and we're going to have a mound visit. So a quick break, and on the other side, Dusty Vela swings it with runners on the corners.
And they're saying that Kingsport fans are louder than Burlington. I say, let me get a Sock Puppets.
Runners on the corners, 2 away. Bottom of the 5th after the mound visit breaks between pitching coach John Chalupa and the entire Axmen infield. Right on left the matchup here to the third baseman, Dusty Vela. Poyeto on third, Shelley on first. 5-3 Burlington leads. Out of the stretch, fastball at 87 miles an hour, misses outside, 1-0. Poyeto singled and stole a couple of bases. That's how he got put on third. Shelley just walked. The 4-pitch free pass. Shelley on the move, pitch outside, and a pump fake down to third from Denton. Poyeto back safely, and Shelley now being forced to return to first, and he slides in but was out. And there's definitely a miscommunication because Shelley thought he had to go back to first, but instead they tag Shelley, and he's out, and the inning is over. So we're through 5, and that was a miscue on multiple fronts for Burlington. Sock Puppets take a 2-run lead into the 6th on the other side. We're through 5 in Saukville, and it's Burlington in front 5-3. Axmen set to come to the plate, facing a deficit once again after the Sock Puppets tacked on 2 in the home half of the 5th to regain the lead. Bromley Thornton back to the hill for his 3rd inning of work, relieving the starter Ryan Hench, who went 3 innings and surrendered all 3 of the Axmen runs. Hench with 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, but after 3 walks and 3 batters that he hit, that was ultimately the issue for Hench, who departs with an ERA of 3.6. He entered with an earned run average of 1.29. But right on right, the matchup to start things here in the top of the 6th. The first pitch to the 3rd baseman, Colton Sims, is fouled straight back, 0-1. Sims 0 for 2 today and 0 for 19 this season. The pitch, slider misses outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sims heading to Vanderbilt in the fall. The high school senior from Leawood, Kansas. Still just struggling, facing this college level pitching. Thornton from UNC Wilmington, out of the windup, fires the 1-1 and misses outside. Fastball sitting upper 90s from Thornton. Base is clear, 5-3 game. Thornton kicks and deals. Cut on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Landis Davila is on deck. Phoenix McFarland in the hole, who's 0 for 2 with a couple of swinging strikeouts. But right now, the 2-2 on the way to Sims. This is inside, count runs full. First of a 2-game set between Kingsport and Burlington. Axmen trying to win their 4th in a row after a 3-game sweep over the River Riders. Burlington trying to win 6 of its last 7. They dropped their last time out. That was on Sunday to the Otterbots. Here's the 3-2, and it's swung on and missed. Thornton starts the top of the 6th with a swinging K, and Sims goes down on that strikeout for the 2nd time today. In steps Landis Davila, the left-handed freshman from Mississippi State. Readjusts his batting gloves and digs in. Youcher playing the pole, takes a few steps into the outfield grass. Thornton from the letters brings it down to the belt, kicks and deals. And first pitch, called strike, fastball at 89 miles an hour at the knees. Burlington 2nd in the Appy League in ERA. Pitching staff that has posted a 3.92 so far this summer, the 0-1. Slider misses at the feet, and the count's 1-1. Hench, who had been really solid to start the season, struggled with locating the zone. Now Burlington turns to Bromley Thornton, and the 1-1 is fouled off the knee of Davila, and he's now behind 1-2. Ground out to the 2nd baseman his last time up. Youcher has been phenomenal over there today. Has rotated around the infield, primarily at the middle infield spots, but today getting the nod at 2nd. 1-2 with 1 away and the base is cleared. Top of the 6th. Thornton winds and deals, and it's lined out of play left side. Jason Johnson starting to loosen down the left field line for the Sock Puppets. Throwing a football to bullpen catcher Parker Evans. Facing a 1-2 count now. Thornton shakes off a couple of signs from his backstop Sam Lau. Now kicks and delivers. And another one that is lined into the screen. Fastball 89 miles an hour, and Davila couldn't quite catch up to it, but he stays alive for another pitch. Sixth pitch of the at-bat, and a 1-2 count. Thornton from the letters, now goes home. It's popped up left side, foul ground. Vela on the move into the bullpen, but not enough time to make the grab. So another pitch at 1-2 forthcoming to Landis Davila, hitting 190 with 4 RBIs this summer. Originally from Knoxville, Tennessee. Didn't stay in Vol Country, but remained in SEC territory, the Mississippi State Bulldog. The 1-2 out of the windup. And another foul ball. This one on a couple of hops off the first base dugout, being occupied by Kingsport today. And it will be tomorrow. 2-game set between the Axmen and Puppets. The lefty Davila is hanging in there in that left side. But the 1-2 offering on the way, and a fastball misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That was Thornton's 40th pitch. Probably have to think that this is his final frame, as Jason Johnson has moved from the football to the baseball, playing some long toss. But right now the 2-2 comes plateward from Thornton. And it's lashed and driven down the left field line, foul ball. Davila making it a tough out to earn off the right hand of Bromley Thornton. Burlington with a 5-3 lead. Thornton trying to get to his best stuff, and he steps off the mound. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 away, the base is still clear. Kingsport trying to come on the road and take game 1. They're 2-2 away from home so far this season. Thornton retoes the slab. Staring into the lights, lifts his leg and deals. And another one fouled off the third base dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that was the 10th pitch of the at-bat. The 11th one is set to come. This has been a battle between Thornton and Davila. We'll see if there's a winner. Here's the 2-2. Hit on the ground, right side, stays fair, and it kicks off Carruthers' glove, and he tried to get back on it and touch the bag, but he couldn't in time, and Davila wins the 11-pitch battle with an error on the first baseman, Carruthers. It took an odd hop off the first base bag. And now a man aboard. It actually goes down as a hit, according to our official scores. So a 1-out knock from Landis Davila. It came off the bat at 52 miles an hour. In steps the number 9 hitting second baseman, Phoenix McFarland. Right on right the matchup. Thornton from the stretch goes home. Cut on and miss, strike 1. It's got to be pretty demoralizing if you're Bromley Thornton to go 11 pitches into an at-bat and lose it off of an infield single that really should not have been a hit. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Nothing, and 2 the count now to McFarland, the high school senior from Australia. Burlington trying to bounce back from a loss on Sunday night against Danville. Here's the 0-2 from Thornton. Called strike 3 right down the pipe, and McFarland stared it down. He's now 0 for 3. With 3 punch-outs at the first looking one of the day. And now Alex Kelsey, the leadoff man, steps in. Right on left the matchup. Thornton still from the stretch. Goes home. First pitch, high chopper. Right in front of second. Plato gloves and steps on the bag simultaneously to retire the side. So a 1-out infield single does no damage. We're through 5.5. It's Burlington with a 5-3 lead.
Still hungry, hop over to the soft coach concession stand behind the concourse, which is offering Domino's Pizza, Chick-fil-A, loaded nachos, and more. Leading off your side coach to the sixth, third baseman number 4, Dusty.
To the bottom of the sixth here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. Sock Puppets hold a 5-3 lead, and it's Dusty Vela, the 7th hitting third baseman, to lead the charge for Burlington in this home half. Vela 0 for 2 with a flyout and a ground out. He'll face a new pitcher for Kingsport. It's Caleb Townsend, the 5'9", 150-pound junior from Sevierville, Tennessee. Right on left the matchup. Out of the windup, first pitch. Fastball misses outside. Want to know the count. Got to think Bromley Thornton's day is done for the Sock Puppets. Jason Johnson, who was warming, is now down. 1-0 is fouled into the glove of Denton. 1 ball, 1 strike. Base is clear. Burlington trying to hang on to this 5-3 lead. Pitch misses outside. Changeup, 77 miles an hour. At the knees, 2 balls, 1 strike. Two one. This is inside, 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. This is outside. Dusty Vela draws a leadoff walk, and he's aboard for the first time today. Now Brian Carruthers with a chance to move Vela, and the first baseman is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in the second inning and struck out swinging in the fourth. Carruthers trying to find his footing in that right-handed batter's box, hitting 1 for 11, and a quick check on Vela at first. He's in with a head-first dive. Right on right the matchup from the stretch. Carruthers swings and misses at the fastball. Nothing in 1 the count. Townsend in his first inning. He goes back to first. Vela back safely. Oh and 1 from the letters. Townsend takes a peek over his left shoulder, then goes home. Called strike at the knees, 0-2. Jason Johnson back up and throwing for Burlington. And Parker Evans, the bullpen catcher, is down in a squat for the Sock Puppets. So Romney Thornton, who threw 47 pitches, the 0-2 is tapped foul into the screen. And the 0-2, actually a check on first instead. Vela back safely. The 0-2 is lined up the middle, down for a base hit. Brian Carruthers bounces back in a loud way with a single right up the middle, and Vela over to second. 2 on, nobody out for the Sock Puppets, who lead at 5-3 in the bottom of the 6th. Now a chance for Sam Lau to drive a runner in. This is a Burlington team that overall has been very good with runners in scoring position, hitting .316 so far this summer. First pitch, Lau takes. It's a called strike, and it kicks away from Denton, but it actually entered into the field of play. So an easy hold from third base coach Rob Selno to throw the stop sign up for Dusty Vela, who now walks off the bag at first, and Carruthers not being held on first. Vela on second, rather. The 0-1. Slider at 74, misses in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right on right, the matchup. Townsend goes home, and Lau punches that one opposite field, down for a base hit. Vela gets the stop sign at third, and the Sock Puppets have the bases loaded and nobody out in the bottom of the 6th, holding a 5-3 lead. Back-to-back base knocks from the bottom of the order for Burlington. Brian Carruthers up the middle, and Lau to the opposite side, and the lineup card turns over to the ever so dangerous Chance Jennings, who's 2 for 3 today. Right on right, the matchup. Infield in a staggered positioning. Corners in, middle infield back, trying to turn 2. First pitch to Jennings. He takes a slider at the knees, called strike. Paints that inner third at 76 miles an hour. And Jennings wants to take a step out of the batter's box and readjusts his batting gloves. He does just that, takes a deep breath outside of the right-handed batter's box. Steps in. Right on right, the matchup. Townsend kicks and fires. Jennings called strike. 0-2. The left fielder loaded up, but held his swing. But at the belt, count 0-2. The pitch is hit on the ground left side. Past Sims and into left field. 1 run is in. Carruthers gets held up at third. And an RBI single from Chance Jennings doubles up the Burlington lead. It's 6-3 in the home half of the 6th. Dusty Vela in to score. Carruthers to third. Lau into scoring position at second. And the line keeps moving here on Townsend for the Axmen. Defense still in similar positioning with those corners in. That's Sims and Tryon, and that was ultimately the difference. The third baseman who had his toes on the infield grass. That one wasn't hit hard, but didn't have enough time to make a play on it. First pitch to Dom Krapinski is a changeup at 72 at the knees, called strike. But manager Rick Adair going back to the same defensive alignment. 0-1 misses outside. Count levels, a ball and a strike. Townsend, the second reliever of the day for the Axmen. 1-1 cut on and missed. Krapinski behind the count. A ball and 2 strikes. Carruthers on third. He singled. Lau on second. He also had a base hit. And Jennings kept things moving. He's on first with a single. 3 consecutive base hits for Burlington. The 1-2 to Krapinski is in there for a called strike 3. Paints that inside edge. And Krapinski is punched out for the first time today. And now Preston Youcher tries to collect his first hit of the evening. 0 for 3 with a couple of ground outs and a strikeout. Right on right the matchup. Youcher heading to Penn State. First pitch is lined to left center field. Pitts is in on it and makes the play towards the gap. Carruthers tags, and the throw on a couple of hops is not in time. And another sacrifice from Preston Youcher. He has 2 RBIs, 0 hits, but Burlington has a 4-run lead in the bottom of the 6th. So Lau stays put on second, and Jennings remains on first. But the cleanup man, Zach Jackson, who walked and scored his last time up, takes a couple of practice swings outside of the left-handed batter's box. One for one, a sac fly in the first and a walk in the 5th. First offering is beneath the bottom rail, ball 1. Jackson hitting .333 with runners in scoring position. The 1-0. Called strike on that outside corner. Jackson hitting .375, the center fielder from Duke. Leads Burlington in RBIs. He's got 1 today and 9 for the season. A chance to add to that total, the 1-1. Called strike at the knees. Slider. Count moves to 1-2. 7th hitter Burlington has sent to the plate in this frame. Burlington trying to turn it to Jeter Pueto, who's on deck. The 1-2, and Jackson called time. Pitch still came home, but home plate umpire Cade Williamson grants Jackson the break. And Orlando Fernandez has picked up a bat and moved into the on-deck circle. So Jeter Pueto's day could be done. We'll wait and see. Here's the 1-2 to the lefty Jackson. From the stretch. And it rides in and drills Jackson in the back right across that 34. And Jackson is aboard for the 3rd time today. And Burlington has them loaded once again. And it is Orlando Fernandez, the pinch hitter. So Pueto's day is done at the plate. He was 1 for 2 with a single, a strikeout, and a walk. And now a chance for Fernandez to take his first hacks. The infielder hitting .400. 4 doubles, a home run, and 7 RBIs. First pitch is hit on the ground left side. Derman turns to second for 1. It's in time to retire the side. So Burlington sends 8 to the plate and plates 2 of them to give the Sock Puppets a 7-3 lead. We're through 6. We're 2/3 of the way there at Burlington Athletic Stadium. We'll see. It's Jason Johnson to the hill on the other side. Jason Johnson to make his second appearance for Burlington. He's gone 2 1/3, and he's been perfect in that stint with the Sock Puppets, making his first appearance in over a week. But the Bryant and Stratton right-hander is set to deal to the 2-3-4 hitters for Kingsport. Jackson in that outing against Bluefield back on June 7th. He didn't allow a walk, a hit, or a run. It was a fantastic relief outing, and he's set to pick up right where he left off. First up, it's the right-handed center fielder, Derek Pitts. Out of the windup, Johnson. First pitch fastball misses outside, 88 miles an hour off the four-seamer. So some defensive adjustments. Dusty Vela moves from third base to second base after Orlando Fernandez pinch hit for Jeter Poyeto. The 1-0 is lifted high in the air right side, curling foul, out of play. Count levels a ball and a strike. Preston Youcher moves from second base to shortstop, and Fernandez, who has become the primary third baseman for Burlington, although he's played across the infield. He mans the hot corner. Nobody on, nobody out. Pitch from Johnson. Another one lofted out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitts 1 for 2 today. Singled in the first. Was hit by a pitch in the third. And grounded out to the pitcher his last time up. That was back in the 4th inning. Top of the 7th. Burlington with a 4-run advantage. The 1-2. Breaking ball misses downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitts hitting .412, batting second today for the Axmen, who hold that first place positioning in the West. Their counterparts from the East is Burlington. The 2-2 hit on a couple of hops left side. Youcher, who's making his first play at shortstop, throws it in the dirt, but Carruthers digs it out. So Carruthers, who is far from an everyday first baseman, making just his second start this summer over there, makes a great play to keep the leadoff man from reaching. And now there's 1 away. Top of the 7th. In steps Cam Durnan, the shortstop. 1 for 2 with a double and a fly out. Right on right the matchup, Johnson. Winds and deals. Fastball at 90 miles an hour misses outside at the belt. Durnan, the shortstop from Wichita State, but entered the portal and has already landed in a new home. It'll be Missouri. 1-0. Bounces away from Lau and rolls to the backstop. Base is clear, no trouble. 2-0 the count. So Durnan will join the Tigers in the fall, while the Sock Puppets have a former Missouri Tiger that will depart as the 2-0 is rocketed down the left field line, and it is fair. Gets away from Jennings for a second. He fields, turns to the cutoff man Youcher, and a 1-out double from Cam Durnan gives the Axmen a little bit of life here in the top of the 7th, trailing 7-3. That was the first hit of the season and the first base runner of the season that Jason Johnson has allowed, but now a chance for him to work around it. Still holding that 4-run lead. The cleanup man, Tyler Myatt, steps in from the left side. Johnson peeks second, double checks, now deals home. Misses outside, another fastball. 1-0. Myatt doubled his last time up, but was stranded on third after Bromley Thorne worked around it with consecutive ground outs. The 1-0. Another fastball. This one just missed outside at the knees. Myatt hit a home run in Sunday's win over the River Riders. It was a 5-4 win, and that 2-run shot ultimately the difference maker. Myatt still yet to strike out this summer. 2-0 with 1 away. Breaking ball misses inside. 3-0. Nobody loosening for either side. Both the teams on their third pitcher of the game. Johnson relieving Bromley Thornton. Here's the 3-0. called strike, and Tyler Myatt moved his body to avoid being hit by a pitch, but maybe to give the facade to home plate umpire Cade Williamson that one was a little bit more inside than what it was. 3-1 the count, the pitch. Breaking ball misses downstairs, 5-pitch walk. And Myatt is aboard, and there's 2 on, 1 away. Sock Puppets still leading 7-3, trying to take game 1 of this battle between 2 first-place crews. Kingsport at 6-3, leading the West by half a game. Burlington at 7-3, leading the East by a full game. First pitch to Ty Denton. The right-handed catcher he takes. It's ball set at strike 1. Dots that outside corner. And the redshirt freshman from Cleveland State Community College. Right on right the matchup, Johnson goes home. Breaking ball, misses inside, ball on a strike. Durnan on second, he doubled. Myatt on first, he walked. Johnson trying to avoid giving up his first runs of the summer. And Johnson turns and goes to second. Durnan off the bag. It's in time. So Durnan tried to take off for third and looked to time up Jason Johnson's pitch and ultimately swipe a bag. But Johnson catches the shortstop off the base. And now there's just 1 on and 2 away. And there's been a couple of costly errors on the base paths for the Axmen. In a 4-run game, every out, every miscue matters. But now the count 1-1 to Denton, who has yet to record a hit today, but he's reached a couple of times, courtesy of a walk and a hit by a pitch. He swings at the 1-1, pops it up on the right side of the infield. The first baseman, Carruthers, is under it and makes the one-handed squeeze to retire the side. So 1 hit, no runs, no errors in the field, and 1 runner left on for the Axmen. We'll stretch here in Burlington. It's the Sock Puppets with a 7-3 lead.
Now pitching for Kingsport, number 80, Eric Jr. This is your pure public class call for alcohol. Push back from the other options in the cooler. In-house consumption or to go. Premier mixed race and beer garden. Focus on supporting what they're independent craft breweries. Plan your trip. EOBeer.com or look at your available beer garden.
Wade Shelley leads off the bottom of the 7th. Burlington with a 7-3 lead. And the rising freshman heading to Auburn, trying to add some more insurance for the Sock Puppets. They've scored in back-to-back innings, trying to make it 3 in a row. First pitch, and it hits Shelley on that inside elbow, and that's the second time that he has been clipped by an offering. And leadoff man aboard for the Sock Puppets in the bottom of the 7th. Now first pitch coming to the start of the game at third base, but now second baseman Dusty Vela. First pitch called strike on that outside corner. Nothing in one the count. One away, runner on first. The pitch. This is outside. Mikey Marquin Jr., the freshman from Presbyterian, originally by way of Tampa, Florida. He's got a 1-1 count, and he checks on first. Shelley's back safely. The head first dive. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right on left the matchup. Marquin trying to strand that leadoff man who reached after he plunked him. Another check on first. Shelley once again in safely. A ball and a strike the count. Nobody out. The pitch. Fastball misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two one. Instead, he goes to first, and Shelley's back safely. The right fielder has stolen a base today, but not a large lead over there after being the leadoff guy and reaching. Burlington still with that 4-run lead. Shelley on the move. Pitch low, and the throw down in time on target, and the tag applied for the first out of the inning. So a Sock Puppets team that leads the league in stolen bases finally gets caught for the first time today. And that's got to be a big momentum builder for the backstop Ty Denton, who certainly was not having his way with the Sock Puppets base runners. 3-1 to Vela. Is hit on the ground, hard hit to the left side, fielded by Durnan, and it's off the glove of Tryon. But Denton there on the backup. So after Shelley was hit by a pitch and cut down on a stolen base attempt, Dusty Vela reaches on an error, and that's Kingsport's first miscue of the day in the field defensively. Or at least the first one that they've been counted for. Now Brian Carruthers, who singled and scored his last time up. Another check, this time on Dusty Vela, who's 5 for 6 this season in the stolen base department. Still first pitch forthcoming to the first baseman Carruthers, hitting 8th tonight. First pitch, and he swings and taps it foul. 0-1. Carruthers hitting 182. Had a home run and 5 RBIs this past season. That was his freshman year with St. Bonaventure. And the 0-1 on the way. Hit on the ground, high chopper left side, and just foul. In front of the base by about 1.5 feet. Sims gloved it on the backhand, but Vela returns to first. And the count is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Right on right the matchup, and a check on first. Vela's back safely. One on, one away. Burlington leads at 7-3. Trying to take game 1 of this battle between 2 first-place teams. 0-2, Carruthers smokes it high in the air, deep left field. Kelsey is back. He makes the grab, and it's over his head. One hops the wall. Vela moves corner to corner, and Carruthers with a 1-out double. And he entered today hitting 1 for 10, but he certainly has found his groove as of late. Back-to-back base hits. This one goes for 2 bags, and Burlington has a pair in scoring position. Bottom of the 7th, leading 7-3. And Sam Lau with a base hit can triple this Burlington lead. The catcher has 1 RBI with runners in scoring position. First pitch, half swing, he went around, strike 1. The 0-1 is lifted high in the air, right side. Fair ball. Been trying, the first baseman makes the play. And Sam Lau with a chance to drive in a run. Comes up empty-handed. And now Chance Jennings, who is 3 for 4. And that bat is scorching hot that he brings into the right-handed batter's box. Took a major decrease in at-bats this past season with Winthrop. Went from hitting 71 times his freshman season to just 16 this past year with the Eagles. First pitch, he takes. It's a slider on the outer corner called strike. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch, cut on and missed. Jennings leads this team in strikeouts. The lone time that he has been retired was in the 3rd inning, and he did strike out swinging. Dom Krapinski on deck for the Sock Puppets. But with 2 on and 2 away, we'll wait and see if we will get hacks from the left-hander. But the 0-2 out of the windup misses up and in. Just below the letters, and the count is 1-2. Right on right, the matchup. Markin. And the 1-2 tapped foul into the screen. Chance trying to fight off a couple of 2-strike pitches. Left fielder hitting .324 this summer. And the 1-2 is popped up right side, out of play, foul ball. Count remains 1-2. Now back-to-back 2-strike counts that Jennings has fouled away. The 1-2, this is high. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. From the belt to the windup. Jennings lines it foul. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. We saw an 11-pitch battle earlier in this game between Davila and Bromley Thornton. The Axmen won that marathon. Another one here. The pitch. Jennings lines it down the left field line and just fouled. That was down for extra bases if it stayed true. But instead, the count is still squared at 2 balls and 2 strikes, and we'll see a 9th pitch between Markin and Jennings. Krapinski getting plenty of chances to time up Markin in the on-deck circle. And the 2-2. Check swing. Did Jennings go around? It's a drop 3rd strike, and he's out. So, Sock Puppets send 5 to the plate, but can't tally a run. They leave 2 on and 2 in scoring position. Sock Puppets with a 7-3 lead. We're through 7 at Burlington Athletic Stadium. Axmen try and cut into the lead on the other side.
Everybody on your feet, it's time for the Gary Allen Alliance Disco Dance.
To the top of the 8th, Adam Hipsky here to close things out between the Axmen and the Sock Puppets, and Jason Johnson back to the mound trying to close this one out and give Burlington game 1 of this 2-game set between a couple of first-place teams. It's the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for Kingsport, starting with the first baseman, Ben Tryon, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. First pitch, misses outside. Want to know the count, right on left the matchup. Pitch. Fastball at 87, called strike. Defense playing Tryon straight up. And the 1-1 is lifted deep into center field. Jackson's back on it, on the move, and he makes the grab towards the warning track. Nice snag from the center fielder, got an excellent jump and made the play to go with it. Leadoff man retired, onto the 7th hitting third baseman, Colton Sims, who's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. First pitch to the right-handed hitter. Fastball misses outside. Holden Craig is starting to get loose for Burlington down that left field line. Sock Puppets trying to hang on to this 4-run lead. The 1-0. Fastball called strike at the knees. Count levels, a ball and a strike. Landis Davila on deck. The 1-1 is popped up high in the air, shallow right field. Vela back, makes the squeeze, head height, and the first two are retired after a pop-up to the second baseman, Vela. Now the right fielder, Landis Davila from Mississippi State, who is 1 for 2. Singled and scored in the third, led off the fourth and grounded out to the second baseman and reached on an error his last time up. Defense playing the left-handed hitter straight up. Johnson's first pitch, changeup, called strike. Dots the outer third and the count's 0-1. The 0-1 is lashed into left field. Jennings leisurely makes the play, and Johnson goes 3 up, 3 down, remains unblemished in 2025, and he sends the side down while facing the minimum. Burlington with a chance to add on to its 4-run lead on the other side. 2-3-4 due up for the Puppets. To the bottom of the 8th we go here at Burlington Athletic Stadium, and Dom Krapinski is the leadoff man, batting second today for the Sock Puppets, but he'll kick things off as the Burlington Ball Club tries to pad this 7-3 lead. Krapinski singled and came around to score in the first, sent a solo shot over the left center field wall in the third, and has been retired his final 2 times up. He steps in the left-handed batter's box for the 5th time today, and with the bases clear and nobody out, he'll face a new pitcher, and that is Peyton Armour, the 6'2", 210-pound sophomore from Lincoln Memorial. Right on left the matchup. From the belt and out of the windup. A deep breath, and he comes home. Sidearm release. This is inside, ball 1. Game 2 between the Axmen and Sock Puppets is tomorrow night. We'll be right back here at 7 o'clock. Hit the air at 6:55. And the 1-0 pitch is a check swing and fouled off by Krapinski. A ball and a strike the count. Right on left the matchup. Armour's third pitch of the day is a called strike on that outside corner. Burlington can move to 8-3 and win 6 of its last 7. And time's called as the warm-up pitch down the left field line from Holden Craig got away from his bullpen catcher Parker Evans. So we had to halt things for just a moment, but we're back and set to go. Krapinski ready to face the 1-2 pitch. Armour shakes off a couple of signs from his backstop, Ty Denton. Now nods. Comes set, lines, and delivers. Krapinski lines it down the right field line. Fair ball and past the diving Tryon. It kicks off the wall, and Krapinski tried to get a read on it. He heads for second, and the throw is in time. That was a risky maneuver by Dom Krapinski. He was banking on Davila having a tougher time fielding that ball off the wall, but it was risky and it didn't pay off this time, but maybe a chance that manager Anthony Essien is willing to take with a 4-run lead and just 3 more outs to get. Right on right the matchup. First pitch to Preston Youcher is swung on and fouled straight back. Over our heads, and the count's 0-1. So Jason Johnson's day may be done. Holden Craig could serve as the closer to try and finish it out for Burlington. But right now, the 0-1 to Youcher. Changeup misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball, changeup, curveball, mix from Armour. Set from the belt, nods, and deals. This is downstairs, 2 balls, 1 strike. It'll be 9-1-2 due up for Kingsport in the top of the 9th. A part of the lineup that hasn't done a ton of damage. The 2-1. Oh, check swing. He went around. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 with 1 away. Out of the windup. Pitch. Slider misses outside. 3-2. Payoff to Youcher. Out of the windup. Is lined up the middle off the mitt of Armour, who smothers it and goes to first. It's in time. First 2 are retired. Heads up play there from Armour to get in front of that one and knock it down. In steps the cleanup man, Zach Jackson, who has not been retired since the first inning, rather. But he still did some damage, had a sacrifice fly for an RBI. Now steps in the left side with the bases clear. 2 away, the first pitch. This is down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Taps the plate a couple of times. Looks it from the far side to the near side. Then taps the middle, readies it over his left shoulder. Here's the 1-0. Misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. And the 2-0. This is outside. 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0 offering is on the way. And it misses outside. 4-pitch walk to Zach Jackson. So with 2 outs, a base runner is on. And now a chance for Orlando Fernandez to pad that 387 batting average. He steps in the right side. Right on right the matchup. Small lead off first for Jackson. And the pitch, called strike, outside corner. 0-1. Fernandez pushing that bat in front of his body now. Circles it over his right shoulder. The 0-1 from the stretch is lashed foul. Nothing in 2. Fernandez grounded out to the shortstop his last time up. The 0-2. This is up and in at the letters. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Check that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wade Shelley on deck for Burlington. But with 2 away in the bottom of the 8th, not sure if we'll see him. The 1-2 to Fernandez. Swing and a miss. So Armour works around the 2-out walk to retire the side. Burlington sends 4 to the plate. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, and 1 runner left on. It was Jackson on first. And we go to the top of the 9th. Sock Puppets trying to finish this 7-3 game out.
As you lead for Broadway's Family Fun Center for Cycling's fun experience. Check out their selection of arcade games, ball games, and more. Now pitching for your Sock Puppets, number 32, Alden Gregg.
It's go time for the Kingsport Axmen. Do or die, top of the 9th. They trail 7-3, and Burlington turns to Holden Craig to close things out. It'll be 9-1-2 to come to the plate for the Axmen, who are trying to survive this 9th inning. Burlington has overwhelmed Kingsport in game 1 of this 2-game set. It starts with the second baseman, Phoenix McFarland, who is the epitome of overwhelmed. He squares to bunt, and first pitch called strike. He pulls back And the count's 0-1. McFarland, talking about being overwhelmed, he is 0 for 3 with 3 punch-outs. The final of the 3 was looking, but right now the 0-1 from Holden Craig is inside, ball 1. Craig, originally from Canada, has kind of started to serve as the closer for this Burlington team. 6'3", 225 pounds from Cal State Bakersfield. The 1-1, called strike, and Kingsport hates that call. And Cade Williamson immediately hates the reaction and gives the Axmen a warning. And Cade Williamson is bordering on being harassed by that Axmen dugout. But right now the 1-2 with nobody out, the base is clear. Craig covers his face with the mitt, nods off one pitch, then nods yes. Here's the 1-2. Fastball at 92 miles an hour, misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. McFarland did not play in Sunday's game, the second baseman from Australia. The 2-2. Breaking ball, this one misses in the dirt, and the count runs full to the leadoff man, McFarland. Craig making his 4th appearance, currently with a 4.15 ERA. 4th pitcher for Burlington in this one. Here's the payoff with nobody on and nobody out. Just misses outside, and a walk is drawn to the number 9 hitting Phoenix McFarland.
Now batting number 7, Alex Kelsey.
Now the lineup card turns over to Alex Kelsey. The lefty swinging center fielder digs in that left side. Middle infield in double play depth. Right on left. The pitch. Fastball misses down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Burlington trying to take game 1. Craig nods off one, now delivers. Another fastball, it's called strike. And another one that Kingsport starts to give home plate umpire Cade Williamson a hard time about. Craig has dialed up all fastballs. This will be his 9th pitch of his outing. The 1-1 goes back to the fastball. It's 92. It's at the belt. It's called strike. The 1-2 to the leadoff man, Kelsey. The set left fielder from St. Joe's. Pitch misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another 4-seam fastball. Craig does have other offerings, slider and changeup, as secondaries to that 4-seam fastball, but right now he seems perfectly content with continuing to dial up the heater. The 2-2 with a runner on first and nobody out, top of the 9th. Burlington with a 7-3 lead. The pitch is lifted into left field. Jennings back. Jennings makes the play into the lights for out number 1. So Alex Kelsey moves to 0 for 4 on the season, or on the night rather. And in steps Derek Pitts, who's 1 for 3, but he has been retired his last 2 times to the plate. Singled in the first, was hit by a pitch. He came around to score in the 3rd, ground out to the pitcher in the 4th, and rolled on one to the shortstop back in the 7th. Now he's in the top of the 9th, trying to keep the Axmen's night alive. First pitch is popped up, out of play. 0-1 the count. Nobody loosening in either bullpen. Top of the 9th, both sides content with who they've trotted out there. It would be Peyton Armour for the bottom of the 9th if Kingsport gets there. And the 0-1. Misses inside. He finally goes to the slider and struggles with the command on that offering. Counts 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Fouled straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. A double play would end it here for Burlington and move them to 8-3. The 1-2 just misses outside. And the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Top of the 9th. Sock Puppets with a 7-3 lead. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 91 miles an hour. Hit, swings through it, and Axmen are down to their final out. It's Cam Durnan with a chance to keep things alive for Kingsport, and that's exactly who manager Rick Adair would want in that right side. Right on right, the matchup. Durnan, the shortstop, 2 for 3 with a couple of doubles. With a runner on first, the pitch misses inside, and it hits Durnan. So that was about as non-competitive of an at-bat as you can have. And now there's 2 on and 2 away, top of the 9th, and Tyler Myatt steps in, who is 1 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the 3rd and walked in the 7th. Those were his 2 free passes. He grounded out in the 1st and singled. Check that, doubled back in the 5th. Time is called, and Craig is going to receive a new ball from Cade Williamson. So first pitch here to the designated hitter, Myatt. Hitting .273 so far this summer. Steps in the left-handed side. Craig takes a long look at second, now goes home. First pitch, cut on and missed. No balls, 1 strike. A fastball that lost a little bit of velocity. Came in at 89 miles an hour. And the count is 0-1. Myatt was a game changer back on Sunday and the Kingsport's last time out. Hit a 2-run home run in a game that the Axmen won by just 1 run. No balls, 1 strike. Craig goes home. Swing and a miss. And Myatt is down to his final strike here in Burlington. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 away with 2 on. Top of the 9th. Sock Puppets lead it 7-3. Craig set above the belt. Deals. Just misses outside with a fastball. And the count is 1-2. 1-2 the count. Still 2 away, still 2 on. Craig staring into the lights. Delivers home, and that one is lifted high in the air left side. Hooking foul, and it's out of play. Jennings chased it all the way to the netting, but it's still 1-2. Myatt, such a tough out to get. 9 walks and 0 strikeouts so far this summer. Craig would love a punch out to end things here in game 1 of this 2-game set. 1-2, Craig comes set above the belt. And he offers. Fastball misses inside at the knees. Count squared at 2-2. Nice crowd on hand here for game 1 of this 2-game set. We're right back here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Axmen and Sock Puppets will duel once more. Craig and Myatt will do once more at 2-2, and he swings and misses. Craig with a 91-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball shuts the door, and the Sock Puppets advance to 8-3, and the Pups stay hot. They've won 6 of their last 7, and in a duel between two first-place teams. Game one of the two-game set goes in the way of Burlington. 7-3, your final here in B-Town. So Myatt goes down on strikes, and we'll get you the final lines here. Ryan Hench gets the start, but does not get the win. It's Bromley Thornton's day to collect the W. Holden Craig collects the save, and Burlington tallies 7 runs on 11 hits, no errors in the field, a clean sheet defensively. Kingsport 3 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. Dom Krapinski, a solo shot home run, and Zach Jackson with a phenomenal day at the plate. He was 1 for 1 and tallied a couple of bases. Chance Jennings 3 for 5. Dom Krapinski 3 for 5 with a couple of RBIs. Burlington is 8-3, and they'll take game 1 and move on to game 2 tomorrow night. We hope you'll join us at 7 o'clock for a Wednesday night showdown between the Axmen